welcome to another video. My name is Ilsa and today I bring you my June wrap-up slash Bibliothon wrap-up as well because I'm too lazy to do a separate video and I'm not gonna do that. So let's get right on to it. This month I read 10 books, and in those 10 books it includes 1 novella and 2 graphic novels. And I think I did pretty good because I had a kind of like a slump. Not really a slump because I was just distracted by something else, and then other things happened, and yeah, I'm sorry, I'm a little bit sick, so I sound a little weird, but aside that, let's just get right onto the books that I read. The first book that I read is by J. Usher and some other author that I cannot remember his name. It's called The Future of Us, and this is kind of like when Facebook and all the social media started happening in the world, and this was a very weird book for me, mostly because I don't think I enjoyed it as much as I would have loved to. I was really annoyed by the main character. I cannot even remember her name. I was really annoyed by her, how she was very selfish. She wasn't thinking about other people, the people around her. She was just thinking about herself and her future, and it was just really annoying, and I did not like her. I liked more of the side characters, and that's saying a lot from a book. So I think I gave this book a 2.5 out of 5 stars on Goodreads. If not, don't believe me, check my Goodreads. I'll link it down below if you want to check that out. The next book that I read is actually a book that I read in one sitting, and it was just a really fast, quick read, and I think is a new adult, and that is Captive by, I cannot remember who is it by, oh my god, by Brighton Walsh. Yes, Captive by Brighton Walsh, and I enjoyed it. It wasn't perfect, but it was just what I needed right at the time. I think I started like at 11 and finished at like at 2 a.m. in the morning. I think it's the fastest thing I've read in a long time, and it's only like about 250, 260 pages, so it was a really quick read, and I really enjoyed it for what it was. I gave it a 4 out of 5 stars on Goodreads because, like I said, I really enjoyed it. And this book follows a girl who is kidnapped by this guy who works for somebody else who had to kidnap this girl, and then they kind of just fall in love in the weird circumstances that they are. It's not insta love, but it was kind of weird-ish how it all started. Nonetheless, I really enjoyed it, so yeah, very much. The next book that I read is actually a sequel to a trilogy, I guess it is, and that is Miss Mayhem by Rachel Hawkins. I mentioned this in my book haul that I've read this already, well, when I filmed that video, and I enjoyed it for the most part, but this book is shorter than the Rebel Bell, like half the book shorter, I think, or only 100 pages shorter, and there wasn't really anything happening in this book, and I was really frustrated how things ended, because it ends in a kind of like a cliffhanger, and you're just like, wait, wasn't this a duology? But there's actually going to be a 3rd book coming out next year, so I'm really excited about that. I'm really hoping that we get the answers that we need in the next book, and that's pretty much all I can tell you about this book because it's the 2nd book, like I said, in the trilogy. And this, I gave this 3-star rating because of that. The next 2 books slash graphic novels, I read them like in I don't know, in a day, I guess you could say, because I was really tired when I read them. But I read Sex Criminals Volume 1, which is One Weird Trick by Matt Fraction and Chip Zdarsky. And then I also read Volume 2 by Two Worlds, One Cup by Matt Fraction and Chip Zdarsky. I enjoyed both of these graphic novels so much. Like, I've been eyeing my eyes. Wow. I've had my eyes on this graphic novels for like a long time ago, I think since last year, and I'm so excited that I finally have them in my hands and to finally read them because they're amazing, they're hilarious. The story is kind of weird, and I'm still intrigued by it, to be honest, because the 2nd book kind of ends in a cliffhanger in some sort, I guess you could say. And I'm really excited to read the 3rd volume. I don't know when that will come out, probably next year. I don't know. But I'm really excited to read this because it's amazing. And I think I gave both of these books, well, graphic novels, 5 stars because I was laughing most of the time, and I was just like, I don't know what's happening, but I love what's happening, and I don't know what else to say. The I really like the art in it. It's really colorful. I don't know what else I can tell you about this graphic novels. It is very mature. It has certain scenes that, you know, well, it's called sex criminals, obviously it has mature content, but nonetheless it's really, really good. I think it's amazing, so yeah. The next book that I read is Forever Mine by Elizabeth Reyes. This was a free Kindle book in Amazon and I decided to give it a go, and oh my god, was I just... No. This book from the very beginning, it had insta-love and I was just, what is happening? Like, I cannot even explain to you how annoyed I was by that. But it had its few moments where it was good, but it was just, it revolved around one issue that was just really stupid to me. Like, what is happening? I don't know, I did not like that. Like, it just started getting really good until the very end. And it didn't do it for me. And I think it's a series or companion series, and I was a lot more interested in the side characters again, and I didn't get it. Like, why that whole plot line? Like, it was just so stupid. It's basically about a girl who has to move to California because her mom is sent to jail, and she's sent to live with her aunt, and she meets this guy in her new school and they kind of clicked, and it's kind of them, like, you know, dating and all that stuff, but you know, it's like, here I've never dated someone because I'm the jock of the school, and there's this big secret that she cannot tell him because then it will ruin everything, and that secret was just plain stupid and I didn't like it. I think I gave it like a 2.5 out of 5 on Goodreads, or of 3, just because of the side characters that just made everything much better. But nonetheless, I don't think I'm going to be continuing with the series companion novels. I don't know. It was just horrible. Now we're getting into my wrap up for the biannual bibliothon, or summer bibliothon. That's a mouthful. I participated in it, and that was run from the 21st through the 27th of June. And it was gonna be a little hectic towards, you know, Friday and the weekend because I had a wedding and then I went to rep tour, as you can see by my attire right now because it hurts my shoulders. But nonetheless, I still think I did pretty good. I read 4 books out of the 7. I read 4 books out of the 7 challenges that there were, and I guess that's pretty good. I mean, the first challenge I attacked was the do not finish book, or had to put down book, and I had to put this book down because I was obsessed with Sense8 because I binge watched it in like 2 days, 3 days. So I finished P.S. I Still Love You by Jenny Han, and I really enjoyed this book. I think I didn't love it as much as the first book, but I still gave it a 4.5 out of 5 stars on Goodreads. I really enjoyed this book. It still had those elements of family and sisterhood and cultural, you know, identity and all that stuff, and it was really good to see that again, and I loved it. I cannot really tell you other things because it's a sequel and I think it's the last book, so I have to pick up not P.S. To All the Boys I Loved Before by Jenny Han. Yes. The next challenge that I attacked was to read a childhood book, and that was The Adventures of Captain Underpants, and I cannot remember for the life of me the authors, but you could see the cover over here and with the but yeah, I really enjoyed this. Like I said in my TBR video, this was a book that I picked up when I was younger, and I kind of skimmed through the pictures and not really read it, and I finally did read it, and I think I read it in like an hour and a half. It was really quick. And I really enjoyed it. I maybe, I'm not sure, I may be continuing with the series because it's just so hilarious, and I'm just like, what was I missing? Like, the next book that I picked up was actually a novella, and that was one of the challenges, to read a novella prequel companion book to a series, I guess, and I did that. I picked a novella because I thought it was easier and I'd just get it out of the way, and I really wanted to start with it, but now I don't know if I should you read the rest of the novellas because I would want more. And yeah, I read Welcome to the Shadowhunter Academy by Cassandra Clare, Marie Johnson, and I can't remember the other name if there is another name. And this is the first novella in the Samuel Lewis Chronicles, I guess you could say. It's kind of like the Bane Chronicles type of things, where each month they will be releasing a new novella. Right now, I think there are 5, if I am correct. If not, there are 4. But I read the first one and I really enjoyed it. I missed the Shadowhunter world so much. Like, I need Lady Midnight in my hands, like, right now. The next book that I attacked was to read from a genre that you have read least from. And I picked a classic, and that is The Little Prince by Antoine de Saint-Exupéry. I have no idea how you pronounce that. I'm so sorry. I read The Little Prince for the first time ever, and I'm so happy that I did. I really enjoyed it, and it has a lot of metaphors in this book about us humans and how we take things for granted in our world, and it was just so refreshing to see that from, I guess you could say, a kid's point of view. I don't know what else to say about this book because it's just so amazing, and there's actually a movie coming out. I don't know when, but soon. And if you haven't seen the trailer, I'm gonna link it down below, and it all makes sense now to me when I watched the trailer. So I really enjoyed this book. I think I gave it a 4 out of 5 stars on Goodreads, or a 4.5 out of stars on Goodreads, because at the very beginning I had a little trouble like getting into it, but then everything just made sense, and I really enjoyed it for what it was. So there's that. So those are all the books that I've read. I started the next book, or the next challenge, which was to read a book from another country or a region that you're from, and I picked up Biannual Bibliothon by Jamie McGuire, and because this is set in the States, and I read 160 pages. That's all I could do before my big day of the wedding, and then Raptor and all of that. So I think I'm gonna finish this tonight, maybe, or tomorrow. I don't know, because I want to read other things now, you know, new month coming. So those are all the books that I've read this month, and I hope you enjoyed the video. Please comment down below if you read any of the books that I've mentioned here, and yeah, tell me your thoughts on them. And oh my god, my arms hurt so much from Raptor. So yeah, I'll see you guys in another video. Bye! I feel like I didn't read anything this month, but I did. Well, I don't know. Thumbnail.